it continues, and I hope that you're prepared because we're diving headfirst into it. Welcome on back, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, as the second event of the brand spanking new update has just dropped. The Commune Trials, of course, continue going on for just a little bit longer, and we do have some more prizes that we are going to be claiming out of there. We already have the outfit, of course, but today, the focus of today, the Pursuit of Luck event that is going to be lasting only 4 days and 7 hours, where it is our task to set out to chase down raiders and return caps to spend them in the slot machine. And depending on how many caps that you do spend, you're gonna have the opportunity to get some banging prizes, including a couple of Rottweiler puppies at 1,000. That's kind of dope. A couple of inspector cards at 3,750, even better. But craziest of all, normally this thing, if you were to buy it from the store, $200 reinforced room, level 5 walls within your base, or should you choose, just tons of crazy resources. So we're gonna be hunting some of these guys down, not these particular ones. These ones are okay, they give us bases to raid and stuff, but we are setting out and we are going to go after the ones that have raided our beloved gas station and getting to the bottom of that. And the cool thing about this, and again, something that we'll head over to the commune in a little bit, the thing that I do love about this update, right? Out of all the updates that we've gotten recently, we've got some very cool limited time events, but what I seriously do at least enjoy about this is that while the content isn't necessarily adding in permanent new locations, it has added, from the way that they worded this update and the dev blogs around it, the Commune Trials and the Pursuit of Luck event that we've seen, it seems like these are going to be reoccurring and returning. So if you think about it, it kind of is a permanent content update in that sense, because the things that have been added in this update are going to be coming back. But right now, it's up to us to talk. Oh, don't move or I'll blow your brains out. Yo! They're just walking off with a chest over here. What the heck's going down? We're gonna take the caps and leave. Stay still. There's no need for you to die today. Oh, we got some llama drama going down. And I believe it's gonna be up to us to try to find these raiders, and I think it's gonna be a great opportunity for us to get our hands on some caps. So, yo, gas station, you asked for it. Yo, what the heck's going on? Those guys cleaned everything out in here. And is that it? Is that all that you got to say? Talk faster, friend. Find them before they've gone too far. I'm begging you. Did they just go like off the highway? Like the little side location? Oh no, we gotta go to the pine bushes. Well, all right, in that case, we're going to the pine bushes. And if I had to guess, I think this event might be kind of similar to the St. Patrick's Day one that we saw with that like lucky mini boss that appeared, that like after you killed him, you would get a good chunk of caps, which is actually gonna be cool because I think that means we're gonna be able to do this. What was the cooldown last time? I wanna say it was like every 2 hours. Ooh. Look at that, we got a little raider camp set up there. That's kind of interesting. I believe every 2 hours or so, this is something that was able to appear. Also, wait a minute. I saw an interesting little thing pop up there. Did y'all see that, or am I going crazy? I'm gonna run away from this location for just like a split second, because there was actually an interesting piece of loot that I don't think I've ever seen here before, and might have to do with the new updates. Map fragments. Collect 12 fragments to put together the whole map and find a stash with 1,000 caps? Oh, that's a lot of caps. Well, if I had to guess, we're gonna be able to repeatedly hunt down these raiders, and I mean, we'll find out very, very shortly. It seems like every time that we hunt them down, we'll get a piece of the map fragment, hopefully guaranteed. If not, if we're lucky, we'll see. But yeah, I'm interested to see how this unfolds, because if I had to guess, we are gonna be able to get our hands on a decent chunk of caps just from participating inside of this event and seeing what goes down. So it does appear like we still got, you know, the regular zombies chilling, doing their thing. We're gonna try and avoid the regular zombies though and get right to the raiders camp that, aha, is right over here. And you know what? Oh, the raiders actually appear to be like patrolling if you look at the mini map. So we might activate the sneaky deaky skill, and let's see if we maybe could get like a little I don't know, like a little like sneak attack off on one of these guys before things kind of do completely unfold. Oh no, we don't. No, abort! It did not work the way that I thought it was going to. We just want to go and kite these guys a little bit, but there's only 3 of them, so this actually might be a little bit easier than I thought it was gonna be. I thought there was gonna be like a big raider camp, but literally just 3 of them. Is there gonna be like a boss coming out of this tent over here, or is that literally everything? I believe that is literally everything. They have a box, they have caps, and hey! Yay! 100 caps coming our way, along with that map fragment, which actually is going to have a huge payoff. So if I had to guess, it seems like we're gonna get around, give or take, 100 caps every time that we do this, in addition to a map fragment every time that we do this as well, because we have just unlocked a new quest of putting together a map out of 12 fragments. Now, if I had to guess, there's gonna be a cooldown to how often we can do this quest, so that's going to be interesting to see exactly how that does unfold. If I, like, maybe there's gonna, I don't know, if we have to get 12 map fragments, there's no way it's gonna be a daily cooldown. I swear last time, when this was like a St. Patrick's Day event, it was like a 2-hour cooldown or something like this, but we're gonna be finding out in just about a couple of seconds, so drum roll please. All right, it's not gonna be too dramatic for too much longer. Let's see how often our friend is gonna be able to send us off on these adventures. Mr. Gas Station Owner, where are you at? Same location? Same location. You found the raiders, but it's only part of the gang. They're like roaches, they're everywhere. Yeah. Well, can you continue sending me to hunt them down? You took the caps from them. Go spin the slot machine. Maybe at least you'll get lucky today. And of course, spinning the slot machine is how we are going to be getting the prizes. We got to get 10 clovers from the slot machine. Sure thing, I can do that. I have loaded this thing up in preparation for this event with plenty of caps. And of course, anytime that you do get any sort of a match here, except for the jackpot, you do collect some clovers. There we go. So I got 20 clovers. Actually, we just got 20 more. And every time that we collect those from spinning the thing, we are going to be continuing to progress through. But the fact that the reinforced room is possible, obviously, you're going to need to spend a lot of caps to get this many. And we'll find out like a rough estimate of approximately how many we'll need to spend. Our starting number is about 12,000. I'll keep spinning it though until we get to that. If I had to guess though, it's probably going to take anywhere from like 6,000 to 10,000 caps to get your hands on this. So if you've been saving caps for a long time, fantastic opportunity to get your hands on either a reinforced room so you can level up a room to level 5, or because technically these walls currently in the current version of the game are not any better than steel walls outside of they look different. They actually serve no better purpose in terms of raiding and protecting your base. You can save all the ash planks, bricks, titanium, and tough to get materials, and you save them for other resources or other uses that you might have. So, you know, kind of things to prepare yourself there. But all right, I was thinking, we'll track them faster with a drone. Do I need to bring a drone, or are you borrowing? Do I get to borrow your drone here? What's going down? Let's try it out and see how it works. Okay. How are we gonna do that? It just says scout the area. What the heck does that mean? Do I need to talk to you? Launch the drone. The drone will track down the raiders camp that has more caps. Ooh. The drone will track the raiders quickly. I'll pay for the batteries only this one time. The drone has already found the camp. Hurry. So yeah, that's the thing. Do we need to wait for like that drone to cool down every once in a while? Or is it like, do we randomly stumble across, like, does the drone guarantee that it spawns at a certain location? Or, yeah, we can actually see the drone like flying around there. That's kind of cool. Yeah, does the drone like guarantee that it spawns in a specific location? And like otherwise we could just kind of like wander around and randomly stumble across these things. I don't know. We still have some more to unfold here with this event, so we will continue doing that as we are doing that and heading on over towards the Limestone Ridge. Make sure y'all go ahead and head on over to the link at the very top of the description. And Twitch.tv/Starsnipe, where we're live every single Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time, playing Last Night Earth, having a ball, having a blast, then kicking the weekend off right every single week, same time, the same place at 6 p.m. Eastern time. If you don't know what time that stream starts in your own local time zone, Twitch.tv/Starsnipe schedule. Another link in the description and the pinned comment will be able to help you out, because time zones can absolutely be confusing. But once you know what time it is starting in your own local time, that's the same time that we are starting every single week, same time, same place, every Friday at 6 p.m. Eastern time. And it is going to be a great way to kick the weekend off, right? We got the face cam on, we got the live chat rolling, and it's just an awesome time. And hold on. We do have some more raiders. This time there appears to be, again, just 3 of the guys. I think every time that we stumble across a raider camp, it's just 3 of them, man. The raider camps do appear a little bit different each time. But, oh, 200 caps. Okay, I like what I see. And there we have it. So it appears like in search of camp, like I was guessing, the raiders camp appears every 2 hours if you wait for it to appear. Or from what the gas station owner was saying, we can use caps to get it to appear earlier, because he said he'll pay for it the first time. So if I had to guess, we can utilize caps to get it a little bit quicker. And maybe that is exactly what we will do to try and unearth that secret stash at the end of the rainbow, the metaphorical rainbow. Last time this was an event with during the St. Patrick's Day, there was a literal end of the rainbow that had a stash, but this time it appears like we just need to get our hands on a ton of these fragments to then unlock that stash at the end. 1,000 caps guaranteed, hopefully a little bit better than that, and there's other things included, but time will tell, and hopefully that time is this very episode of Last Day on Earth that you are watching, and of course hopefully during those streams that y'all are going to be watching as well, because again we got the face cam on, we got the live chat rolling, making for an absolutely fan-freaking-tastic time. Y'all can see my reactions and my face as we are going through all this stuff, and 50 coins, that's a little bit pricey, but for y'all to show things off absolutely ASAP, I'll do it. All right, I love y'all too much to not drop a little bit of coinage to, you know, make some dreams come true and all that good jazz. So let's head on over back to the map and see where this does take us. This time it is, oh, we've moved up in the world to the limestone cliffs. I wonder if this time it'll actually be a little bit of a tougher location, or again, 3 raiders awaiting us, which again is very reasonable to fight. Like, that's another thing that I do think I really like about this event. It's not like an unreasonable difficulty. The fact of the matter is, you got to take down 3 raiders. They don't have any guns yet. Maybe in the tougher locations they will again, but like so far it seems very reasonable. So it is, you know, beginner friendly as well, you know, so depending, it doesn't really matter how far along you are in the game, you are going to be able to reap the rewards of what this event has to offer. And again, if you get the caps from this stuff, and if you're checking into the game every 2 hours, it's going to be pretty easy, I think, unless it gets harder. I think it's gonna be pretty easy to really get your hands on, I mean, 1,000 caps guaranteed at the end of the tunnel, plus, what is it? Plus the caps you get along the way. Like, I don't know, man. It seems like it's a great opportunity here to really get your hands on a lot of stuff. And yo, I was able to kill that raider before his buddies even noticed. Get wrecked, nerds. So yeah, if the raiders are actually far enough apart, you can take them down one by one and they won't be none the wiser. And 200 caps coming our way and another map fragment. We are already 25% of the way towards finishing this puppy up. Let's continue that trend. Also, let's go ahead and get the, honestly, let's get the sprint ability just so we can like run faster around. I don't really need the barrel roll ability too bad because, like, let's be honest, man, these raiders, I ain't stressing about them too bad here. I think we are in a fine shape to do a solid number on these folks. I just wish it was closer to the gas station so we didn't have to run like as often, but man, we should be able to breeze through this with the help of those caps. But like I was saying, if you think about it, before the cooldown starts, you get 2 pieces of the map fragment, right? Because the first ones you're taken to, the second one you get a free drone launch. So then if you think about it, you have to wait for 10 cooldowns, 10 times 2 hours, 20 hours. If you want to do like a 24-hour live stream craziness, you could actually knock this out in a day. Realistically speaking, though, since you probably want to sleep, you can knock this out in like 2 days. And again, so far it seems very reasonable. So the game is giving you a great opportunity to get your hands on a solid amount of caps, and then those caps are going to be quintessential, because then as you make your way over here to this little machine, and I can do a little bit of a spinning on that, I'll just go ahead and do the max bet. Whatchamacall? Yeah, I mean, every time you get any sort of a match, you will be getting, outside of the jackpot does not give you anything for the event, but again, we get a good chunk of clovers. The more caps that you bet, the more clovers that you get. The prizes from this game do appear to be the exact same, so that doesn't really matter. But there we go. We got our hands on a little bit of steel plates, which at least is good stuff. But then otherwise, we continue spinning. We get clovers every time that we get a hit. We also do get more caps as well. And we just essentially, I mean, this isn't going to be exciting. We just essentially need to auto spin this puppy for a long amount of time until we qualify for the final reward. But that final reward, very reasonable, man. And again, with how many caps you'll get, just to kind of like showcase it here really quickly, you know, we've already spent about 1,000, like a little under 1,000 caps. And the thing is, I mean, we've gotten some cool things along the way. Like, we just got a Kevlar helmet. Like, that's the thing. Like, I mean, obviously, the event gives you more caps. The caps give you the opportunity to spin this thing and get jackpots and stuff like that. Jackpots, I mean, you can get ATV transmissions from them, or Kevlar armor, or really good guns, or really good parts. So not just does the event itself boost the rewards that you can get and give you kind of like additional things along the way depending on how many caps you get, but it also literally, I mean, but the caps that you get from hunting down the raiders and stuff essentially enable you to get a lot of caps easily, which means you're going to be able to spin this thing when otherwise maybe you wouldn't have even had the resources to do that. And like so far, just for reference, give or take, we've spent about 1,000 caps so far. I mean, we'll see how it goes over a longer period of time, but let's say you get 1,000 caps throughout the course of this event. I mean, dude, 370 clovers. This is actually a great chance, dude. I think it's very attainable to get the Rottweiler puppy for a lot of people. Obviously, a couple of these things definitely gonna be harder, but I mean, we got 5 factory parts, a couple of guns, Rottweiler puppy, pretty realistic just from the event alone. I think that's exciting stuff, but we will definitely see how things go down, and of course try to work our way towards that reinforced room, because dude, that is like a crazy amount of resources, but again, it's not going to be easy necessarily. But let's launch that drone and let's get back to hunting these raiders. But yeah, looking forward to seeing y'all over at those streams. Again, it's a great way y'all can interact with me live. Y'all can see my reactions, y'all literally talking with y'all right back. Y'all can interact with the whole community that is over there coming on out for that and just having a fun time. So hopefully I can see y'all over there, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls. And dude, I wonder if, like, it looks like we're cycling through every location that there is. I wonder if eventually this drone will like start taking us to like regular locations, like the bunkers or like the police station or the farm. I don't know. I'm actually a little bit intrigued now because we haven't double dipped into any location yet. Every location is unique thus far. So maybe, I mean, there's 12 total. That trend continues. However, in terms of the amount of raiders, still easy peasy. There's only so many of them. They continue. I mean, now they're just shocked, dude. Also, wow, that's a little bit brutal. They just, someone just hanging by a rope up there. That's a little extreme here from our raider brethren. That's not very nice of them, if you ask me. Let's pop this puppy open and inside 200 more caps. So yeah, I mean, if you think about it, we've essentially started getting 200 caps per raider camp. The first one you get 100, then for the next 11 it seems like you'll get 200. Just to do some really quick math there for y'all, extrapolate the data, that means that you are going to have from just the raider camps 2,300 caps plus the 1,000 at the end. Essentially like over 3,000 caps coming your way. The bang for your buck out of this event, I mean, for the level of difficulty, seems really freaking good. And again, the jackpots you'll get along the way doing the spins, the prizes you get from getting the clovers or whatever. I don't know, man. It seems very promising. Let me know what y'all think in that comment section down below. I'm looking forward to seeing what y'all think about this update, the bang for your buck and all that. And of course, the fact that this does seem like it's going to be a reoccurring event does seem very promising as well. I do really like to hear that a lot. Let's launch that drone, though, and keep on heading on back. But yeah, let me know what y'all think in that comment section down below, and what y'all also thought of the previous event that was going on, the Commune Trials, which again also does appear like they will be returning. I'm not gonna lie, I like them a lot. I think it's definitely easier than the old Commune. Yo, where is it actually? Okay, so it's back at the green, so never mind, it does double dip. I digress. I like the Commune Trials a lot, man, especially if you get lucky. I mean, some of the, don't get me wrong, like the Raider Challenge, pretty hard. The one where the guy just like there's like that special just glob of zombie that keeps bringing people back to life. Dude, I'm not gonna lie, when that was on Nightmare difficulty, I was actually, during the stream, dude, I was farming that pretty easily, and it's like less than 1 full durability AK. I was able to knock that out, get our hands on 1,800 points towards the battle pass, 750 of the white flags up in the upper left-hand corner. Like, I like this version a lot. It seems very reasonable, very doable, and especially compared to like what the Commune was before. I don't know, man. The Commune definitely got more difficult from the first time we saw it during a regular season. And with that in mind, just kind of seeing the new version, it just seems much more reasonable to do. And as a result, I mean, the rewards you could get, I mean, I love the whole market system that they have going on, where there's like rewards that refresh every day that you can continue getting, like freaking ash planks, titanium, steel, like factory parts. Like, otherwise kind of hard to get loot. Literally, you can buy every day. And then there's certain things that you can only buy once during the duration of the event, like the outfit that we got, right, and a couple of other unique things. Like, I think the 8-speed transmission, definitely, I believe there was like a car battery in there. I just don't remember off the top of my head everything, but the loot was really good. So I don't know, I really do like what this event did do, or what this update did do to these two events, because undoubtedly these two reoccurring events have, in my eyes, gotten better, and I like that a lot. I would, of course, prefer actual permanent content that, you know, sticks. I mean, this is technically permanent, it's just reoccurring permanent content, supposedly, from what we're hearing in the dev blogs. We'll see when we actually see these things return for a second time. So far we've only seen them once, but it seems like they'll be coming back a second time. What is it? My brain's getting scarbled. I don't know what's going on. I would just prefer, I don't know. It's been a while since we've gotten a new location. Obviously, the transportation hub dropped a year ago. That's the last time we've gotten a permanent content in the form of like a new location. So it's been a while. And I don't know, man. I just think we're due. So hopefully we do get something more along the lines of that. But I definitely do prefer this for some of the temporary events that were purely temporary and only happened once, like the winter event and whatchamacallit, the Chinese New Year event. Obviously, I thought they were very cool this time around. And like the Hunter's Instinct event, all very cool events this time around. But it's a bummer because they ain't coming back. You know, those were truly one-off events. Whereas like these events that are reoccurring, I'm a little bit happier with. But let me know what y'all think in that comment section down below. Definitely looking forward to hearing about it and y'all's thoughts, because always getting the thoughts and the ideas and whatnot of the community I think is very important to kind of know what y'all are thinking and get a kind of sense of what just kind of the community at large is thinking about. So definitely let me know in that comment section down below what y'all think about the update, and particularly what y'all think about the Pursuit of Luck event and what has happened to it. I think it's a lot better because there's actually an event associated with it now where you can get a lot of caps, whereas previously it was just like, hey, if you have caps, now's a good time to use them. Now it's like, it's a good time to use them, but also here's a little mini event that actually makes it even easier for you to get caps. And yo, Mr. Gas Station owner, another one, baby. Thank you very kindly. But yeah, looking forward to hearing y'all in that comment section down below. And of course, make sure you are subscribed with that notification bell, hit to stay in the loop with all things Last Day on Earth. As new updates do continue dropping, we will continue checking them out and showing them off for y'all absolutely ASAP. Not to mention keeping y'all in the loop with all things coming to Last Day on Earth as well, so y'all can be prepared when new updates drop. We're checking them out so y'all can see exactly what you are getting into. We're keeping y'all in the loop about what's coming up, so y'all can of course kind of prepare for it as well in that aspect. And just overall, we can get excited together. So yeah, looking forward to hearing from y'all. And of course, if you are enjoying the video and the event, or just anything, if you're having a great day, I'd appreciate y'all smashing the bejesus out of that like button, because as a YouTuber, yeah, you know, it gives me life. I'm like a vampire, and the likes are blood to me, or something like that. You know why? Think about it. Why else are YouTubers always asking for likes? It's because we live off of them. I'm just being dramatic, but it would be cool. All right, I think. But the coolest thing is, of course, hopefully that y'all are enjoying the video, having a good time, having a great day. That really is kind of, in my eyes, the most important thing, because just being able to know that I can spread a little bit of joy and make someone's day out there genuinely makes my day. And brings me a lot of joy, because nothing else brings a smile to my face like knowing that hopefully I might be able to bring one to yours in some way, shape, form, or fashion. So hopefully there's exactly what I am able to do in some capacity, because just knowing that I can make someone's day out there, you know, like makes it, it just makes it very, I don't know, man. I don't have the words to describe it, but the feeling that I could just make the world a little bit of a better place by just playing some video games and having a good time. I don't know, man. It's just a very special feeling. So hopefully I can make someone out there, you know, have a better time. That really is kind of like what it does come down to. And of course, have a lot of fun along the way. But all right. Let's get another one of these drones over here from the gas station owner. Launch the drone, and we will go and get number 8. We are actually very close to wrapping this up already. And next up, we've got the limestone cliffs for map fragment numero 8. That's how you say 8 in Spanish. I know I'm a very knowledgeable man. I'm a worldly traveled man, right? I had a little bit of time in Barcelona during the honeymoon, so I've come back, you know, quite multilingual, if you ask me. Just kidding. It's from my 3 years of high school Spanish. I remember a few things, and some of those things are numbers. And hola, ¿cómo estás? And ¿dónde está el baño? That's an important phrase that you always want to know. Star, what did you say? You know, if you know, you know. That's all that I'm gonna leave it at. If you know, you know. ¿Dónde está la biblioteca? Also another important one for some reason. But all right. We've got a couple more zombies to take down along the way. We've got a raider doing a little scouting party over here, but we will pick him off while he is away from his friends, which makes our lives, just kidding. They realize that his friend died. But also, for some reason, they're just stopping in their tracks. I wish the Raiders would also drop their stuff, man. That's another thing that I miss. Like, in old Last Day on Earth, like OG, love another 200 caps. In OG LDoE, ooh, that goes off the tongue so well. Bro, those are the days when, like, every enemy would actually drop their loot. Like, if you saw a Raider wearing armor, they would drop their armor. If they had a weapon, they would drop a weapon. Like, back in the chopper events of ye olden days, right? Like, dude, if you took down the guy with the shotgun, he would drop a shotgun. Whereas now, that is, unfortunately, not as much a thing. You know, this kind of changed a couple of years back, but Last Day on Earth kind of switched to this where, like, people barely drop anything, and if they do, for some reason, it's almost broken. It has like 2 durability, right? Which is like such a bummer, because way back in the OG days, like that was one of my favorite parts of going to like chopper events and stuff, was like the loot that you were just like almost guaranteed to get cash money, brother. Cash money. But all right, let's go and claim another one of these. We have but 4 remaining since we have just gotten number 8. It is time for us to go on the hunt for number 9. And at this point, we have pretty much, I think, confirmed that these things are not going to be in any locations besides like the resource zones, of which there are 5. Still a little bit sad that they got rid of the red forest zone to kind of make room for the factory. Yeah, I really wish the red forest zone was still around. I wish the factory, I mean, bro, they could have just thrown the factory like on the other side of the road and kept the forest here, you know, but the factory's here, so, you know, we gotta live with it. I wish it was also a little bit of a better location. I mean, I guess it's definitely like an early game, early stage type of location, but I don't know. I just like I was saying earlier, man, I just wish there was more permanent content and more new locations being added to the game of the permanent variety. And also at this point, I mean, I think we've pretty much confirmed that, okay, love it, love it, love it. These raiders this time did not notice that I was picking them off one by one. What was I saying? Oh, we've pretty much confirmed at this point that every time you go to this location, it's 3 raiders, 200 caps, easy peas, lemon squeeze. Actually, I'm not sure though if the 200 caps might only be if you use the gold to use the drone to summon it immediately. Because if I recall, like the first time we went, we only got 100. And ever since then, every time we've been summoning the drone to put it in. So maybe that's what it is. Maybe every time that it appears, like on a timer basis, it's only 100 caps. And every time you summon it with the drone, it's 200. But I mean, I'd have to wait an hour and a half to find that out. And I don't want to wait. I want to get this out to y'all absolutely ASAP. But even then, like, you know, if you are waiting every 2 hours, if you think about it, this event is going to be lasting for a total of 5 days. So if you started from the beginning, that is going to be 120 hours. You divide 120 hours by 2, right? Yeah, 120 hours because 24 hours in a day, last 5 days. 5 times 24 is going to be 120 hours total. 120 divided by 2 hours per event. Technically speaking, you could hit like 60 of these, right? But keep in mind, gotta sleep. So probably closer to like, I mean, if you're doing them every 2 hours while you're awake, I mean, if you think about it, okay, so then there's like, if you're getting like 8 hours of sleep, let's say, that's gonna be 16 hours a day that you can potentially be playing Last Day on Earth. 16 hours times 5 is going to be 80 hours, 80 divided by 2, 40. You're gonna be able to hit up like 40 of these, which is like still not bad at all. If you're getting 100 caps every time you hit it up, there's a realistic path to getting like 4,000 caps from these guys. I mean, that's assuming that they continue spawning after you get the map put together. Also, another thing I'm interested to see is if you can continue putting the map together after, like, is the map like a one-time thing, or will it kind of come back, you know? Like, can you continue putting a map together as well? I am, now that I've said it out loud, very actually curious about this, and we are but 2 pieces away from finding out, so we'll get to see what all the hubbub is all about. Because actually, if you think about it, if instead you can actually put together multiple maps, let's say theoretically with my math, if you're getting 8 hours of sleep, like a well-rested person, that's the goal, isn't it? I don't even get 8 hours of sleep in a day, man. I wish. What was I saying? If that's the case, right, then you're gonna be able to hit up 40 of these guys. 40, 100 caps off the timered ones is gonna be 4,000 caps. And if you can put together, if it takes 12 to put together a map, and that means you can put together a map after 12, 24, and 36 runs. You'd be able to get 3 bonus maps along the way, potentially bringing your total to 7,000 caps if you visit this location 40 times off just the timers. Assuming that the map is like that. If the map only happens once, then that actually brings your total up to, like, realistically speaking, like 5,000 caps that you could get, which is still pretty freaking good. Unfortunately, I don't think that's gonna be enough to get your hands on the penultimate prize of the brick room, but nonetheless, it'll be pretty good. And we will definitely be striving towards that. But okie dokie artichoke. Let's go make our way towards the middle of this location. We've got 3 raiders that we gotta slaughter. And I mean, I guess another thing too is, like, it is kind of cool that each of these locations or each of the raider camps are like slightly different. I mean, they're not a whole ton different. Actually, if you think about it, can I just steal this without even killing the raider? Yeah, actually I can. That's hilarious, but I'll take them down nonetheless. So yeah, if you want, you can even like just sneak by them and you don't even have to fight them. But I mean, y'all saw the weapons they're rocking, dude. They've got like stop signs, freaking wooden paddles, right? Like they're not rocking crazy weapons. Like they're not like the Raiders and the freaking Trials, man. The Commune Trials, those Raiders. I still think that's like the toughest event, man. Out of all the events that I saw there, that one's definitely tough. The Hunter one with the animals, a little bit tricky. Kind of reasonable though. I think the one with the Awakener might be the easiest. I think the two ones that are just pure zombies coming after you actually might be the most reasonable. Is that a crazy take? I don't know. Let me know what y'all think. But I think I'm in that camp. Because I don't know, man. I was like literally, like I was saying, do it during the stream. Nightmare difficulty with the Awakener trial. The breezing through it with less than an AK. And the bang for your buck, like, I don't know, man. 750 of these guys. Whatchamacall? Oh, speaking of points, we actually do have a supply drop as well. I'll take that. Thank you for the Elite Shepherd puppy. That's dope. But I mean, on top of that, yeah. Like to get 700, up to 750 if you get the boost. Without the boost, it would just be 500. Of those like white flag type things during the commune event. Plus a heck of a lot of points towards the battle pass. And again, the battle pass is incredible things. In my opinion, still the best free-to-play bang for your buck in the pass. Hitting level 33, getting your hands on some extremely rare weapon mods. I mean, come on, man. 3 of those? I still think that's like the best part of the battle pass. Because you can really get your hands on some good stuff. And with all these new events and stuff coming out, I mean, you've got a realistic path towards actually building a lot of them, which is even better. But all right, the final camp before the map is assembled. Not any more difficult than the rest. Pretty regular, if you ask me. And we are now gonna be getting our hands on the 12th and final piece of the map. What do I do? Do I have to like use it? Bang! Notes on the map. Boss, I hit it. I don't know what was in that chest, but it was rattling throughout the cliffs. A horde of zombies flocked there because of the noise. I barely got away. Well, if we're talking about hordes of zombies, I'm talking about some shotgun rain. Do I have to use this again? That just gives me the notes. Whatchamacall? Throughout the cliffs. Okay, so it mentions the cliffs. So probably the limestone cliffs, unless it directly tells us where we gotta go, which it very well might do. We'll see. We'll get down to the bottom of this exactly very shortly. It said the cliffs. Cliffs. That's the spires. That's the cliffs. And it does say possible rewards are caps. So yeah, it doesn't like directly tell you, but it kind of like insinuates it. It was rattling throughout the cliffs. So I think that's where we've got to go. I saw caps in the potential prizes, and I don't really see any other new locations that have magically appeared on the map. So I believe that's what we gotta do. We gotta use our brains. We got a big brain this thing. 500 IQ plays. Some basic reading comprehension. And hit the cliffs. And hopefully I'm right. Because if I'm wrong, I'm gonna look like a fool. Which I don't need help doing. I'm great at doing that myself. Thank you very kindly. Oh, should I have brought a shovel? Maybe. Maybe I should have brought a shovel. Mentioned something about like a horde of zombies too. I'm not really seeing a horde. Also, I know that it's overkill to use the AK. I'm just trying to breeze through some of these puppies and find this thing. What do we have here? Floater bloater. Meh. Come on, man. Where the heck could this thing be? I gotta find it using the map. Well, I'm not seeing anything yet on the mini-map, which if it was here, I feel like we would see it on the mini-map first and foremost, like a little like shovel icon maybe. There's no quest indicator pointing us in like a specific direction. So now, oh no, hold on. I see a shovel icon. Is this it? Is this it? I think this is it. I need a shovel. I've got a shovel. Let's get to digging. I hope this is actually what I think it is. Boom! 1,000 caps coming our way. And there we have the event. Nice and done. I thought there might be something extra. Literally just 1,000 caps. Like last time that we had this thing going on with like the Lucky Charm guy. I think there was a little bit of armor in the secret stash as well, but this time it does appear like it was just this. Now, really quickly, I want to get to the bottom of this. What happens the next time we go to a camp? Is there only one map to put together, or will they start dropping more fragments again and we can put together another one, in the words of DJ Khaled? I suppose we'll be finding out in 3, 2, 1, enter the gas station and go talk to the owner. Unless he has like something special to tell us or something like, good job finding the map, blah, 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 blah. I don't know. We'll see. But otherwise, at this point, I'm just gonna need to sink a whole bunch of caps into this, which I have actually just done. 2,800 of them. Gas station owner. Yeah, let's launch the drone one more time and see what we could get. And then it's just gonna be up to me to spin that thing a lot of times and ultimately get the rewards. Now, here's the thing. I've done enough spinning in my day. I don't think y'all want to see me spin that thing for as long as it'll take, so I could probably fast forward through that. But really quickly, let's go and hit up the pine bushes and just see if these guys drop anything. And then after that, once we kind of get to the bottom of that, yeah, I'm just gonna start spinning that wheel a lot. Okie dokie, artichoke, there are my 3 raider friends, the triplets destined to death. Now, is there gonna be a map fragment inside of here, or am I just gonna be sad with caps? Oh! The map fragments return! Well. It does appear, ladies and gentlemen, like there might be more caps on the table. But my table is filled with enough caps, so I'm gonna go get to spinning and get to showing off some of these prizes. Capiche? Capiche. And all right, that took a little longer than I expected. I also ran out of caps, so I had to go and do a couple more raider camp runs. So all in all, I think it took us around like 17,000 caps to ultimately get our hands on every prize in the Pursuit of Luck event, including the reinforced room. After that, we can of course reset it and go after these again and continue claiming some more prizes. So if you have Clover Overflow, we can continue looting. I don't think I'm gonna be going for another reinforced room though, because I don't have another 17,000 caps on hand. But what I do have, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be some dope resources. We've got, oh, so never mind. They actually do come in the literal, like, okay, so I thought we were gonna get raw resources. Just kidding, just kidding. There are no raw resources at all. We got 2 of the inspector cards, 10 reinforced walls, reinforced window, reinforced door, and 9 reinforced floors that we can just immediately put down within our base, which is going to be pretty dope because we just got ourselves literally a 3x3 reinforced room. Also, we continued getting more of these maps. I am a couple away from the next one, but I digress. Let's make our way back to the commune, and I'll just get a little bit of energy there so we can actually make our way over there. And then we can go and claim a couple of prizes from here as well, so we can go and put those down back at our base. And that's gonna come in the form of this stand over here, where I would definitely like to get my hands on the ritual backpack, and also I'll be getting my hands on that over there. And actually, while we're at it, dude, I will, my inventory, it is full. All right, I made a little bit of room. Let's go and get our hands on this blueprint over here for the drone, so we can open that puppy up, and we got our hands on the explosive bullets. Let's go. That's fire. We can do a little bit of bleeding damage with these should we craft those for our drone. So that is kind of sick. But then if we make our way over here, I mean, we still got some leftover points. I don't really want the weapon mod blueprints right now. I mean, honestly, I could just come back. I mean, we still got leftovers here. We'll get some more stuff out of here. Blah, 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 blah. But yeah, I mean, I don't like the one-time things. I mean, nothing really stands out to me. Obviously, the ATV transmission, always great. But we've kind of tapped out all of the unique things that we can get. We do have a cool poster that we can definitely go and put down back at our base. So let's go and do exactly that. And all right, let's go and throw this poster down somewhere. And honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this wall over here kind of fitting right by our little bar. I like it. We could of course throw that somewhere else if we want, but I kind of like the location that's in. Or I mean, we could also, now that I think about it, maybe somewhere in the armory would be kind of fitting, because the armory is a pretty cool place if you ask me. Maybe on, I can't put it on this wall, unfortunately. That would have been kind of nifty. Yeah, none of the armory walls actually appear like they are great candidates. I mean, I could go throw it in the trophy room actually, where we have our other poster from the previous Hunter's Instinct event. I believe it was the Hunter's Instinct event going on. So, ka-chow! 2 posters next to all of our trophies, which is a lovely thing to witness if you ask me. And then in terms of where I want to, or what I want to do with our reinforced level 5 walls, that might be part of a bigger base revamp. I might need to think that out a little bit more. So I'm just gonna let those kind of chill inside of our inventory for the time being, because we have to like literally place them. And unfortunately, like, we can't exactly like just move walls, so it's almost like we're gonna have to make a new room with those for it to really make sense. So in terms of like where it might make room, or where it might make sense to expand, man, I don't know. I'm gonna need to do a little bit of thinking. Maybe like a room over in this direction, like right next to the kitchen. That could kind of work. we'll have to give it some thought. But with that said, with that done, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, the last thing is going to start bringing an end to this episode of Last Day on Earth as we have finished the second part of the new update and done the new Pursuit of Luck event, which I definitely prefer over the older one. And it is nice to hear that this will likely be returning in every time this event comes back, so we can actually get our hands on a good amount of caps. And maybe if you save up enough, about 17,000 or so, you can get your hands on freaking reinforced level 5 walls, man, which is sick. But with that said, with that done, this is our wrapping it up for me for now. Thank you guys a whole ton of watching, and I'll talk to you in the next one. See ya.